Are you addicted to are you addicted to toxic love? If you don't know, we are going to find out today. Today, in this video, I'm going to ask you a few questions. After I ask you your questions, I want you to write down the answers. When you finish writing down your answers, what I want you to do is listen to the next steps that I give you. And I'm going to share with you what helped me to start to realize I need to get out of this relationship, because I too was addicted to that toxic love. I too was, didn't want the shame of, oh, my marriage is over. I too wanted to have like the perfect family. Um, I too had cared about so many things that were irrelevant, and we don't recognize that they're irrelevant because this person is consistently breaking you, either mentally, physically, emotionally, or all three. And ain't nobody deserves to be anything like that. So if you're addicted, by the end of this video, we're gonna figure out for you how to get out. All right. So, question one: do you feel unable to leave even though you know the relationship is unhealthy? Do you? I want you to answer that yes or no. Question two: do you constantly hope they'll change if you just love them enough? Do you constantly hope that they'll change? You're wishing that this person will just, oh, I see them make a change, or I see them do this thing differently. You're hoping that they change to be a better person, or that you see inside. You know, we may have a thing of, oh, I see that, they're making an effort. Mind you, yesterday, they just took you and hung you out to dry with the words that came out of their mouth. And today, they seem like Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, because women do it too. There are women out there that are toxic and have good men, and let's not even get into that. But anyhow, let's go on to the next question. Do you feel a high when they give you attention after hurting you? Do you feel high? When I say high, like when they come back, that person really manipulate you, and or they really not manipulate you. That person really talk down to you, made you feel like less than a person, or they burst your backside with some good licks, and you I know today they come back and they're like, I'm sorry, and you feel like it makes you like so like wanting them, like you really want to kiss and love up and all this thing, and you feel like it's like this high desire because, oh, he wants me now. Like, do you get that? And because for me now, ain't no way that somebody could carry me on like that. Well, I never got physically abused, but my mental abuse, ain't no way that he could talk to me like that. And today he can even come and touch me. No, it doesn't work like that. When I stopped being addicted to my ex toxic love, the last time when he told me, pack and leave, and drag my suitcase from the top of the dresser and drag it and hit it in front of me, and said, pack and leave, I mentally left. I did. And when he came back to, oh, I saw you looking for an apartment, and, I didn't mean it, and I didn't even know it, but my brain left that house that day, and it never came back. It really didn't. But in the past, it wasn't like that. In the past, I would feel like, oh, we got a little closer now. Yeah, you saw me roll my eyes. I did. Next question. Do you hide parts of, ha, oh, this one. This one is good. Do you hide parts of the relationship from friends and family members to protect the person, to protect them or the person? So do you, I used to do this so much. I would, my friends, not family members or co-workers never knew who I was truly dealing with. They didn't know. People were so shocked that when I broke up with him, they were like, really? But y'all are like the perfect couple. Like, you come to work, you laugh, you smile, we have so much fun, and I never one day saw you sad. I was so good at hiding my abuse that even when I left him, there are people that used to be my friends that stopped speaking to me because he got to them first and told them whatever story. You know how these people are. And they believed them. They believed him. Listen, eh, those controlling narcissistic people are so good at lies. It sounds so true, and they tell people what they want to hear, and they believe their own lies so good. It sounds so true. I'm telling you. If you find yourself having to hide your partner's ways to your friends or family members or your co-worker, well, obviously you might not be that close to your co-workers, but you find yourself hiding and you don't want your friends or family members know, that person is toxic. And why are you hiding them? Why aren't you talking about it with some person? You know why? Because you're ashamed. You're ashamed because people told you in the past, don't marry him, don't go with him, don't do this or that. And you did it. And now your pride is allowing you to stick with this bullshit because you don't want people to point and laugh at you. Who cares? And you'll be surprised that the people that warn you, they'll be the people that will console you after. I had one friend that when she found out that me and my ex were done, we were finished, I was expecting to get backlash from her because she was married too. And she's like that woman that she believes in family and family stick together. And when I said to her that I broke up with him, you know what she did? She applauded me and told me, finally you got away from him. Imagine that. And then she proceeded to tell me all the things that she saw that he did, like, because she used to babysit for me and stuff like that. And like he would say he's coming to pick up my daughter, and then he would like take forever and hours, and people have things to do. You know, he really messed up a lot of good babysitters over the years. But anyhow, um, and final question I have for you. I try not to like go over all with this video because I really want you to dig deep. Do you feel empty or anxious when you're away from them, even if they've treated you badly? So when you're away from them, they just carry you on so horrible last night. And now today you're like, babe, where you is? You know, you coming home to cuddle me? Or like that person just, I mean, drove a stake through your heart. Not physically, obviously, because you're dying. But that person literally, like, they just killed you, really. And emotionally, like mine was, mental control. Oh my God, emotional abuse. It's so hard for you as an individual to spot, especially if you're not some person to talk to people about your relationship, about things. And it's it's hard to spot, but then I feel like we know it, and then we don't want to tell people because we're ashamed that we're in it. And we don't want people to know that this is what I am putting up with and this is what I'm standing for. Start allowing your ego to keep you in a casket that is going to bury you in the ground. If you only get out of that casket, which is that controlling relationship, you get out of that casket and walk out of that building, you will be free. But you gotta stop being addicted to this toxic love. Now, if you've answered yes to any of these questions, I mean, three is a lot, but if you've answered yes to any of these questions, my advice is there are so many doctors out there that deal with patients like you. They are, I'm sure you have like a police in your area. You could probably get advice from how to get away from him. I personally went to a lawyer. I went to a lawyer first, and she guided me how to, how to leave him. And then I further got advice when I had to go to the police station to give them a letter from the lawyer. And then obviously in every country it was different. But to really heal myself, I will say that I had to do a lot of, I did a lot of like mirror work where, I told myself like, I love you, and, and I started to like stand up for myself with people and stuff, including him. But my number one thing that I would say that I wish that I probably had, I just don't do the tablets. I just don't do like medication. But I'm not saying medication is wrong. That's just my thing. I am no expert here. Like I always say, I'm no expert. But I would say if you can go to what do you call it? What do you call the people? Not a counselor, but go to a professional that deals with people like you that went through abuse or going through abuse or whatever. And if you can afford it, if not, for me personally, what I did, write down all your pain, journal it. I wrote down all my pain, every single thing that I went through. I wrote it down. I cried it out. I felt bad for myself. And then I brought myself out of that pain and started to look forward and start to plan my future. Because it's okay to cry out, it's okay to talk to somebody. Just even if you don't go to a professional, find a family member, a friend, somebody that you 100% trust, that will really truly listen to you. But find somebody that are wise, that you know that they're wise. They're not going to tell you no shitty crap. They're going to give you proper advice. Find somebody good to talk to. Let all your pain out. And after you've done it, after you've done journal about your pain, you've done talk to somebody as well, along with that, write down on a piece of paper all the bad things that you think of yourself. On the other side of that paper, 10 things that you think about yourself. I'm stupid, I'm dumb for staying with him. I am, I can't find proper love or whatever. At next page would be, I finally have a loving relationship and a husband that loves me. I love myself. Um, I am finally, write down all your goals and dreams on another piece of paper. And basically a complete opposite of that sad piece of paper. So you have one paper of sadness, one paper of happiness. And start to build your life from there. But until you open your mouth and start talking to people and start talking to the right people and start getting out of that zone of, toxicity, look at me. I got out of mine. I took time. Don't go and rush and go back into another relationship right now. Right now is your healing phase. Heal, heal, heal. And the only time that you decide that you want to start back dating or whatever is when you know that you know how to love you, you know how to give love. And when you know how to do those two things, you know how to stand up for yourself. You just take pride in being you. You figure out what your passion in life is and you do that. And just deal with you for a bit. Give yourself I had, it was like 4 years. It was 4 years before I meet my now husband. Yeah, 4 years before I decided to start back dating. And then after that, I decided, you know what? This is the type of husband that I want. This is the type of partner that I want, and I wrote him down. And I didn't deal with the outward, I dealt with inward. You got it wrong before, or many times before. You keep attracting the same type of person. You keep attracting that toxic love. The next chapter of your life, the plan is for you to attract good, healthy, sweet, amazing love. If I can come out of a toxic relationship and get good, sweet, out of a toxic relationship thinking that that's what I deserve, to then learning to respect myself, love myself, and get to learn me a bit more, and what I like and what I don't like. By the time I was ready then to then go back dating now, I had already written down, the guy of my dreams. And the rest is history because I did meet him in January of 2023. And yeah, anyhow, I'm not going to ramble on. I love to talk about love on this channel, but I just wish I had me when I was consistently going back to that toxic love, because it really wasn't love. It's not. Nobody that truly loves you hurts you. Nobody. That's not love. Anyhow, that's it for this video, and I hope it really helps you. Bye.